Hey there, plant foldies. You can see right here, I've got my little chickies. I couldn't figure out how to do the orientation. So let me see if I can actually stream. Let's see. Can you guys actually see my baby chickens right over here? I actually just moved them over. Let me know if you guys actually see or in the chat. So you can see right over there on the very right is Catriona, the Rhode Island red. And then on the very far corner is, that one is a Barred Rock chick. That one is Charlotte. And you can see Charlotte is pretty, she's just pretty cool. They are getting really big. So if you notice, today they would be literally 8 days old. And what I like about it is they literally have just grown so much. For the super plant foldies, you can see that they are actually getting their feathers. They are just kind of in my garage right now. And you can see that they are just very hungry folks. You can see right there. So I wanted to try to do something a little bit different. So I know that a lot of the regular plant foldies, the ones that are not on the YouTube membership tier, haven't really seen Catriona and Charlotte, but you can see right over here, they are here. So yeah, I really wanted to stream this video horizontal, but for some reason, it is not letting me do that. I really dislike vertical, like this one right here. So not sure why YouTube is just not kind to me. But hopefully I could just leave this to stream for you guys. And if you want to watch the little chickies for a little while, you guys can always just chat on the chat, because we did talk about having a live chat room. So hello to everybody. Hello to David, Danny, Leap. You guys are on here. I think there's 6 people watching live. So you can see that they are eating. I wonder if I can actually do it this way to where I can just put this on for now. Thank you. We'll see if it'll just let me do it that way. So feel free to just chat away and watch my little chickies for a little bit. I'm just gonna let this stream for a while. Really appreciate you guys all for just tuning in. Once I figure out how to stream like YouTube style, because I really don't like how I set the orientation to where it's supposed to be horizontal and then it went vertical. So I'm just trying to understand why it is the way it is. So for those that are just joining this, I'm gonna just leave this here for you guys to see the little chickies. You know, a little backstory about my little baby chicks is I wanted to originally get a pet, and I talked about on my YouTube channel how I really wanted to get a dog. But then when you think about a dog, at least getting a puppy, it is a little bit more challenging in terms of the time. So if you guys can see right here, I have this little stand that I was sticking that on, but you can see, aren't they super cute? So today actually is a milestone because I ended up actually moving them into my 100-gallon feed tank. I just think that they have so much more space. And for the 8 viewers right here, these are my babies. You can see right at the front is a Rhode Island red, the lighter chicken. That is Catriona. And I named her Catriona because Catriona is actually a famous beauty queen. She was Miss Universe 2018, Catriona Gray from the Philippines. And for those that don't know, I'm sure you guys do, but I am a proud Filipino American. It's actually Asian Pacific Islander Heritage Month. So obviously, I want to talk about that. And then Charlotte is the Barred Rock baby hen, the darker one, and I just wanted to get these little baby chicks, and I ended up getting these baby chicks last week at a feed store called Gibo's out in North McKinney, Texas. I happened to just go in there and ask about baby chicks. They mentioned how on Tuesdays they get day-old chickens, and I happened to go in there, and you can see even after 8 days, these baby chicks have wings now. They have wing feathers. And I can say that I think Danny, Plant Foldy Danny, mentioned how she has a bunch of chickens. I'm probably such a beginner when it comes to chickens. I've been a helicopter chicken parent. I was really worried today because in North Dallas, we were getting like 90 something degree weather, and I had the chicks in the garage, and the garage gets super hot. I do have an infrared red lamp to keep them warm, but I think at this point they don't really need it because it is quite hot in the garage where I have them settled. So you can see right over here, Plant Foldies. That's it. So, if you guys want to chit chat, I'm just going to leave this to stream for a little bit. Hello, Evelyn. Hey, Janae. You finally get to see the little baby chicks. And one thing I did want to point out first is number one, David, thank you so much for the $20 super sticker on the live premiere today. Really appreciate it. I've been really hustling, trying to find some passive income because whenever you are somebody that is into plants, and I think a lot of you guys can really relate to that, it's the fact that we want to consume and buy plants. And let's just say that my plant com budget went through the roof. I ended up indulging on a lot of rare aglionemas and other things to where I'm going to have to work a little bit more double time to just kind of pay for some things. And I really just appreciate that support. If anything, just the viewership, you guys, really helps. Just you guys engaging, pressing the like button really helps push these videos out to more content lovers like you guys. And with live streams, and I'm thinking, let me know, Plant Foldies, if you guys want just like a live stream to where you can see Catriona and Charlotte just do their thing. So if you just want to see some cute little babies, I can have these a little bit more frequently scheduled. So even if I don't have necessarily a live premiere, I can at least have a live stream where I know you guys are always looking forward to chatting with each other. And so I was just thinking of ideas where if I'm not able to get a live premiere, I can at least have something to where we can all hang out. Please leave that in the comment section or in the chat. Let me know if that's something you guys want to do. I'm going to step away from the live stream in just a little bit, but I'm going to have my iPad where I can chat with you guys. Hopefully everybody's had a really good day. I happened to work. It was quite busy. It was super hot, and I was just really thankful that my baby chicks were okay. They didn't overheat. And if you see, they are in a huge tub. So I actually had them in a storage bin. A little storage bin for a while, and you can even see right over here. I'm going to try to spin this around and not scare Catriona, but I mean Charlotte. But you can see Charlotte is just having a little bit of a drink right here. Yeah, so I know that it sounds a little silly that as much as I love plant content, raising little baby chicks and hoping that they will reach adulthood to where they can provide some eggs. I just think it's kind of a unique way of having pets. They're not as hard as you would think. And, I think the most difficult part for me growing little baby chicks is just being that helicopter parent. Like I really want to make sure that they're happy. I want to make sure that they're always safe. And so, having this space right here where they are going to be comfortable and have a lot of space is really good, because the original space that they had, I actually had them in a really big storage bin, and I didn't use cedar, not cedar, pine, these pine, shredded pine as a floor pad. I actually just used paper towels, and I was literally changing the bottom every day, at least 3 times a day, because they would have a lot of bird doo doo there, and I don't want my little baby sitting in bird doo doo. Some more updates. I obviously feed them little baby chick feed, but the other day I started feeding them some chia seeds, and I know that chia seeds are packed with a lot of nutrients. They have a lot of omega fats, and I was told that it's just really good. But if you notice them, they are literally just exuding a lot of the natural things that chicken do, and that's like kicking up dirt and scratching. So I could just see that every single day, my little babies are literally growing up and just doing very well. So I'm gonna grab my iPad as well so I can watch the chat. Feel free to, go in and out of the live premiere, or not the live premiere, but the chat room today. I'm gonna let this stream for about an hour, so you guys can just watch them, play whatever you think that chickens do, but you can see that they know that I'm here. They get a little active when I'm around here. Oftentimes they'll eat and they will sleep. But I did see some signs where Charlotte and Catriona started to kind of want to try to fly. And it's amazing because literally they're only 8 days old, and just the growth that they are. I mean, I know that David, you guys, for those that are actually super plant foldies that are on the YouTube membership tier, you guys saw them when I first got them, and just literally a week later, they're already this size. I'm really excited to share this journey with you guys. I know that some of my content for the YouTube membership tier is a little bit more exclusive, and not everybody is comfortable, committing to a membership yet. I hope that maybe at some point more people will convert to that. But I just felt like people asked a lot about my little baby chicks, and I never really want to feel like people are excluded for that content. So just know that I'm working my best to really just share whatever content I can do. So feel free, guys, to just kind of chat around and just watch the little chickies. You can just let the stream share the live stream with anybody else that's interested. I can't see the live chat because obviously it's further down. My phone is further down, but I'm gonna go into the other room and grab my iPad. Hopefully I can see that. Feel free to ask me any questions on the chat. I can respond either by talking to y'all, although I don't really want to be in a really hot garage. I'm probably gonna have to take another shower because it is a little hot. But what I've been told is, chickens around this age, they want to stay warm. They prefer to be in, I guess, 90+ degree weather anyway. That's the reason why they had like a little grow lamp. But feel free, especially to Danny, who's grown little chickens. Feel free to give me some insights or tips. I am still learning, but this is such a fun process. So it's another, it's another aspect of me. I want to popularize chickens and really get everybody excited about these beautiful animals. I know you can see right here they are huddled up, and I'm just gonna move this a little bit. Obviously they're like, who is watching us? But while I get my iPad, I'm just gonna move this here. Hopefully you can see my little babies right here. And feel free to just chat away. Let's talk about some stuff in the chat. Let me know what's up. I'll be right back. All right, plant foldies, can you guys hear me? Oh, I think I woke up the baby chicks. I'm such a bad parent sometimes. I have my iPad now, so I can actually, um, answer any questions via chat, and I can talk to y'all for a little bit. Hey Taylor, can you guys hear me? Just let me know if you can hear me. I don't want to be too loud because the chickens are just kind of chilling. But one thing I learned about baby chicks is that they only sleep for like 30 minutes, wake up and eat, and that's basically what they do for the majority of their early life. For those that are just joining the live chat, I will tell you, for the 11 people watching live, thank you. I will tell you the black chicken is eventually going to look zebra-ish. That is a barred rock chicken. That her name is Charlotte. And then the Rhode Island red, the lighter orange chicken is Catriona, and I named them that. So Taylor, what made me want to get chickens? So I decided that I wanted chickens because earlier this year I thought about getting a dog. Like I thought about getting an Inu Shiba, and then when I did research about just getting a puppy, especially like an Inu Shiba, it's a Japanese dog. It looks more like that fox, Dogecoin. It was just going to be a lot of maintenance, and then I even thought about getting like a miniature schnauzer. But to me, in how busy I am with my life, with just my current career, and then obviously just doing YouTube content, I wanted to find pets that could still bring me joy, that could still be conscious about my presence. And I just remember I had 2 chickens growing up too, and they were really a lot of joy. And so I'm thinking that that's the main reason why I ended up getting chickens. They're super cute. The adult sizes are going to be super cute. And so that's basically it. And I just thought that maybe I can have a live stream scheduled for the chicks to just be hanging out. And if you want to see some cuteness, you can just jump in on the live chat. There's no real topics, but I know that a lot of plant foldies like to hang out during the live premiere chats for the live chat. And so I think I'm going to do this a little bit more frequently. So what I would say for anybody that watches my YouTube channel, look under the live bracket, like lives under my channel, and you'll see some of the scheduled lives. But you can see that they're just chilling here. It is a little bit hot in the garage, but I will manage. I will do what I can. So, and as far as building a coop, Taylor, I am actually looking at coops. I'm thinking about a 2 chicken coop that is going to match my house's color. So my house actually has really beautiful grayish paint and white trim. So I kind of want it to match that that aesthetic for them. I already have them. I already have a place where I want to do it. But you can see right there, they're just chilling and hanging out. I don't know. They tend to do that, and then they're super active. I started introducing some more special food for them. So obviously they had the chick grit, and then they also had the little chick food, but I started giving them chia seeds. I have some chia seeds that I'm going to try to sprout, so they have some microgreens. So we'll see. They are female chickens. Taylor, the reason being is obviously we can't have roosters, and the, the feed store happens to get them when they're females. So I wanted to do that. I didn't want to have any surprises because clearly, yes, I will eat their eggs, and I won't feel bad eating their eggs because they're not going to be fertilized by a rooster. So it's literally just nutrient. I've actually tasted the eggs from these specific chickens, and they're super high quality. So my idea is, now that I've also gotten into gardening, so I have a bunch of vegetables growing. I'm going to be growing a bunch of marigolds. I love the stripe on the orange one. Said, I know, it's super cute. I'll have to send you pictures, but you can see, look, Catriona is ready, and they do a lot of stretching. I don't know what it is. Yeah. David, I don't know if I can develop Aglionema chicken, but one thing's for sure, I will not have my chickens around my Aglionema because those types of plants are highly toxic. You'll notice that they even try to like peck at the pine shavings, and I'm a little concerned, but you know, that's really what you need to have for them to do really well. So I'm gonna move them a little bit closer. I don't want to impede into their space, but they're just too cute. Maybe we can make them the most popular chickens on the internet. You know, the plant Foldy community, like I said again, yes. So Danny, I know that you are a chicken expert, or you raised a lot of chickens. Things that I plan on feeding them to increase like the orangeness of the yolk and to really develop their color, I did some research, is I want to feed them marigold flowers. The orange has a lot of the beta carotene. I'm thinking I want to feed them some squash. I don't know if I need to feed it raw or whatnot. Just a lot of just really good food. Like I want them to get really quality food. I feel like feeding them microgreens like chia seed sprouts would be great. I ordered some sunflower seeds, all of that. So perfect. So that's what I want to do now, Danny. In terms of introducing those foods, I know that my specific babies are literally 8 days old. When do we start kind of giving them that food? Do I need to wait about a month in? What does that look like? And for these 17 plant Foldies watching the live premiere, or not the live premiere, but let's just say this is the plant Foldy chat featuring my beautiful babies, Catriona and Charlotte. You can see that they are really cute. I really dislike that for some reason YouTube orientated my video vertical. I really wanted to stream this horizontal so you can get a bigger screen. So we'll figure that out. Oh, thank you, Taylor. I try my best. But yeah, this is my joy. I know it sounds really silly. Most people be like, why are you taking care of chickens? But that's what I want to do. Okay, so as far as those foods, but Danny, as far as giving them just little chia seeds, that's not going to be harmful for them because they seem to love it. And for the 18 plant Foldies watching the live stream right now, thank you again for tuning in and spending some time with me. No layer food till they're 16 plus weeks. Okay, so, oh geez. I guess I just jumped the gun. I just want to give them all of the good food and whatnot. So plant Foldies, let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think of Catriona and Charlotte? They have so much space. This is such a big tub. And one thing I did want to point out too, during the live chat, again, they have the super sticker option. So if you want to leave a monetary tip, that's one thing. But I'm really curious about what they call the rubies. I don't know what a ruby option is. That is something that happens for content creators. So in that case, somebody please let me know what that looks like if you're going to try to drop a ruby. Again, all super stickers, like the one that you dropped earlier, David, the $20 super sticker, which was super generous, that's going to go toward their supplies to just raise Catriona and Charlotte. So, yes. Okay, yeah, I do have chick grit. That's one thing that I mix in there is chick grit because I know that they need it for digestion. But yeah, I don't know. They tend to just kind of lay around, and it's super hot here. It feels like a sauna right now in my garage. So I don't know if I need to go actually turn on the heat lamp. But anyways, guys, feel free to chat. I know that they're just kind of hanging around here. I might have to do a little bit of chores in terms of just watering some of my Aglionema. I'm actually watering them with some mosquito bits infused water. So what I do is I actually buy the mosquito bits from Amazon. I put like a tablespoon or two in some empty tea bags, and then what I do is I let the tea bag soak for about an hour with my water, and then I water my plants. The thing about it is whenever you're using soil substrates, whether it's synthetic or something naturally sourced like Classy Rabbit, there is a potential for fungus gnats. And so for me, I'm more comfortable you going the more natural route when it comes to that. So I have been watering a lot of my my plants, top watering them with some of the mosquito bits water. Okay, so protein is very important for them too. So too much fat isn't a good thing. Okay, awesome. So those things, Danny, it's really important for me. I do research online. I just remember when I was a kid, we were just feeding them like chicken feed, but yeah. And when I originally, yeah, when I okay, so they look, I feel like, Danny, that the chickens are comfortable because they're just chilling right here. I am debating on whether I should put them, put the heat lamp again. But again, it was like 95 earlier today in North Dallas. I mean, it's still pretty warm in here. Like, it's pretty warm. I would say it's probably in the mid 80s in my garage. So I don't know if I should just put the heat lamp. It looks like they might be cold, so I may just do that. I didn't realize that chicks really like heat. I just feel like they would just bake, but that's the thing. I need to get a thermometer. That's exactly something that I need to do. I'm gonna actually order that from Amazon tonight. So that's a good call out. David, to answer your question, do you dissolve the mosquito bits into the water? No, what I do is, like I said again, I'll take like a tablespoon of the mosquito bit, put it in empty tea bags, and then tie it up, and then just let the tea bags infuse in the water for at least an hour. I have another big tub where I let it sit there overnight, and I just scoop water, and that's what I do. I just think that it's a really good preventative for any potential fungus gnats. Prevention, pest prevention is the best way to keep pests from coming. You could put the lamp up and only at the end of the rotor. If they get hot, they'll move away from the light. Okay, so that's what I'll do later tonight, is actually put the heat lamp away from that. But they have so much space in this little tub of mine. So it's one of those feed tubs, and there's only 2 of them. So they're gonna really love it. I actually ordered another little container for them when they get a little bit bigger, and then we're gonna slowly get them in the coop. But again, for those that are super plant foldies, you'll get more access. I've been documenting their journey every single day, and so every week I'm gonna have a video that's going to be about 10-15 minutes long, just kind of giving you guys some updates. Yes. Now, I was really wanting to get a 3rd chicken, so I was actually at Gibo's yesterday, and they had Easter eggers, but I just feel like, let me get through raising these 2 and seeing that. But yeah, they look like they're trying to just sleep. So they don't really pay much attention. I will say, personality wise, Charlotte, which is my black chicken right there, is a little bit more curious, is a little bit more, I guess, loving in terms of just wanting my attention. Both of them will eat from my hand, so that's a good thing. Leap, as far as fungus gnats, I would tell you, get some of those sticky traps for sure. And then also use that mosquito bit watering solution that I was saying, or you can go to the systemic granules. Just be really cautious that you're not inhaling it or anything, but that would really destroy fungus gnats. Another suggestion I would say to get rid of fungus gnats is actually have a fan around your plants and just have a gentle blow, because fungus gnats absolutely hate the wind, because it just doesn't make it easy for them to fly around. Yeah, so David, I would say if you've seen a few fungus gnats today, one, I would go ahead and get some yellow sticky traps that you can get from Amazon. They're super inexpensive, so that will at least get rid of the adults. There is also a plug-in called Zevo. You can actually buy that at Target or Walmart, where you plug it in. It has like a blue light, and if you turn all the lights off, the fungus gnats are going to be a little bit more attracted to, the fungus gnats are going to be a little bit more attracted to that sort of plug-in, and it'll just capture them. And then obviously watering with mosquito bits. So if they do water with mosquito bits, it's going to kill their eggs and larvae, so you can control it. But if you're already seeing any types of fungus gnats, I would definitely do a fan around, yellow sticky traps, and mosquito bits. So yeah. So for the plant foldies, you guys finally get to see Catriona and Charlotte. I know that it's not really plant content, and I will tell you guys, with YouTube it becomes very tricky, and so I always talk about the algorithm, but it is really the case. So what happens is, as a content creator, if you don't really stick to a specific niche, and so like my niche is really more labeled to like big box store plant shopping videos, when you deviate from that type of content, when you deviate from, say, a specific schedule, so most of my videos come at 7 p.m. If it doesn't happen for some reason, and you can see that they have, oh my gosh, that was so cute. Sorry, guys. I just get excited watching my little babies grow. I'm going to just move this a little bit so you can kind of see them a little bit better. You can see right there. There you go. Yeah, Danny, systemic granules are perfect. I actually used to use a lot of systemic granules, but I'm trying to go more the organic route, just because I am using Classy Rabbit soil. And again, for anybody that has bought Classy Rabbit soil, thank you so much. The owner and person that owns Classy Rabbit is a good friend of mine. His name is Nate. He is actually a farmer, so he's got tons of chickens. His wife and kids have just been super kind, and I just really believe in the product that they have available for us. Janae, that's what I've been doing too. And Janae, you might have to babysit these little babies when I go on trips and whatnot. I mean, I am going to PlantCon. Unfortunately, I'm only going to be at PlantCon for Saturday because I wasn't able to get off of work for Sunday. I've already asked for a lot of time off of my off cycles. But I am worried that they're not going to be with their dad for at least 24 hours, but I'm going to make sure that they have enough feed. And you can see they're just playing with the pine shavings. Danny, this is a question for you. Pine shavings, they're not going to eat it, right? And if they eat it, is it going to harm them? Because this is the first time I've introduced pine shavings, because I had them in a smaller container, and I just used paper towels as the main source. Yeah, David, you are going to love Classy Rabbit. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Danny. And guys, my girl Janae Simone, she is 1/3 of Cultivation Corner, is on the live chat, hanging out with us today. Please make sure you follow her videos. She just recently posted a gardening video, so a lot of us are into that outdoor gardening. So I'm going to be showing that. And as far as everybody just tuning in tonight, thank you. Thank you so much, guys. Hey, Janae, as far as Classy Rabbit, you're going to have to just message Classy Rabbit on your personal Instagram account and tell Nate he needs to just let you promo it. So I'm pretty sure he can do that. I know that Peta's Planters does carry Classy Rabbit soil, but it is literally the best soil for Aglaonema. And everybody, you already know, hashtag Aglaonemas. For those that are joining in, again, for the 16 plant foldies, just hanging out with my chickens and the other plant foldies, this is really meant to be just more of like a live stream to show you my beautiful babies that are about to go to bed soon. But I was thinking that that's something I'm going to do more frequently, is to do live streams where it could just live stream and you can jump in and out of the chat with people, hang out. Because there's really not an option to create like a permanent chat thing, but you can see they are just bundled up. So Danny, I may end up just putting the grow bulbs, or not the grow bulbs, but the heat lamp up pretty soon. They are cuddling. And I did have to ask, do you guys think it was silly that I ended up getting 2 chickens? Because really, 1 chicken is already enough, but I just felt bad to just have 1 chicken. Like, I feel like if somebody were to be just excluded to just being by themselves, it just would be lonely. I was thinking about the animal psychology. I just feel like having a friend to just be together, especially in the very early stages of life, that would be it. Like, I didn't really intend to have 2 chickens, but then when I was buying Charlotte, I ended up getting Catriona because Charlotte just being in the little box, it just looked very sad. And so I ended up getting her a friend. And so these are 2 sisters. What's interesting is I went to the feed store and you see how they're active again. Like, they look like they want to sleep. Uh-oh, look at that. Look at that. Do you see Charlotte? She's right in front of the camera. Say hi to Charlotte. There you go. Let me try to move the camera a little bit. Look at that. She's so cute. Oh. Yeah, I just figured that they are flock birds. So, those are the things that I wanted to just put out there. So, yes. Yeah, Danny, I am definitely going to put them as a heat lamp. But, Plant Foldies, this is your opportunity to ask me any other questions. I can speak to you directly because you can hear my voice. I am going to be doing more live streams, but I think this is the easiest. And you see how Charlotte is literally fearless. Like, she's very social. Like, she's looking at this thing like, okay, y'all are watching me. She's probably gonna start pecking. She's probably gonna drop this phone. So yeah. Yes. So they just do their thing. It's just what they do, and you can see. I'm going to show you Charlotte again. I am a little bit more partial to Charlotte, but I love them both equally. It's just that Charlotte just has a little bit more personality. Yes, I've noticed that too, Danny. I've been doing a lot of research about specific breeds, and some people, what's interesting, Plant Foldies, and I'll just be again just super transparent about just social media in general. So, I posted about that, and then I actually got direct messages from people saying that they expected me to get more like exotic type of breeds instead of just getting a common, like Rhode Island Red or Barbarock. But my response to anybody that did mention that is, there's nothing wrong with finding something that is common. It's kind of like houseplants, where if you tell somebody, I really like pothos plants, or I really like aglaonema, and some people will say that's super common. Common is a great thing because that means it's more universally accepted. They're easier to manage. And to me, I'm just as happy having my 2 little babies. I look at them as being super beautiful. And even if they are common breeds, they're breeds that are friendly, accessible, and easy to raise. So there's nothing wrong with that. So what I'm trying to say is, don't always go for the trendy or more exotic plants. And it's the same thing with pets. If you have an emotional attachment with your pets, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter whether they are exotic, rare, or whatnot, trending, but if they bring you joy, and Catriona and Charlotte have brought a sense of joy that has not been the same since I got them about 8 days ago, literally 8 days ago. There is a certain joy of just having, 2 living creatures with you and making sure that you're taking care of them. And they really provide a lot of emotional support for me. My current job that I've had for a long time is super stressful, very high stress. But aside from just plants, they have added a new element. And so I haven't been as consistent about doing daily 1 hour plant shopping videos for that reason alone. It's because I'm trying to balance my time between just my friends that I see in my life outside of YouTube, but also now balancing time with Charlotte and Catriona. I will literally sit and chat with them. I will talk to them. I'll take little feed and feed them and just make sure that they know who their dad is, and just hopefully I've imprinted on them on a positive note. So yeah. But you can see they were just sleeping and now they're eating. Oh, they're eating a ton, you see? I just love how they kick the pine shavings around. That is literally the natural inclination for them. Yes, Leap. I actually thought of you, Leap, because I know that you're not necessarily a super plant foldy, but I'll tell you this. Just because you're not a super plant foldy does not mean you are not a super plant foldy, if that makes any sense. So I really thought about you, Evelyn, and some of the other folks that always tune into the live premiere chats. I don't want to not have this content available for you guys as well. And so I felt that I wanted to go ahead and do some live streams. There's going to be some more in-depth talk and content, obviously, for the super plant foldies on the membership tier, but at least on a weekly basis, I will also have a live stream to just kind of show you their growth. I want to take you guys along with all of my my things that I'm involved in. So whether it's my plants, you guys will start seeing some of my garden, my outdoor garden. Yes, back through all of you. Have you ever done anything from a nursery or greenhouse? Yes, David, I actually have a playlist that shows Dallas plant nurseries and greenhouses. That's another thing I would say, plant foldies that are watching. If you ever are curious to see some of my older content, definitely check it out. One thing I was going to ask everybody is, I know you guys are plant, but I don't know if you guys are fully foldies. And what I mean when I say full on foldies is, I need everybody to learn how to fold in origami paper crane. I literally have more than 100 very slow pace, relaxing how to fold in origami paper crane. So in the last video, I talked about, battling with, mental health issues such as like anxiety, and then being diagnosed with OCD. I just remember whenever I was first starting my YouTube channel, how it was literally an origami ASMR channel. And so I was just obsessing on making content for myself. It was really for myself. It was a way to ground myself. So I would make very slow paced origami paper cranes. I mentioned this a little while back, but one of my biggest goals in life is to be able to fold 1 million paper cranes in my lifetime. I still do that on a daily basis. So you can see how I'm always doing something, and that's just more. I feel way more comfortable talking to you guys directly and really getting you guys to get to know me a little bit more. So yes. Yeah, David, definitely check out the Metro Maples videos. Definitely check out some of my origami videos. There's a lot of stuff there. Now, David, if you do watch some of my older content, my ask is I hope that you can actually comment in the comment section, just because then I know that you've actually watched some of the older content. Yeah. Isn't Charlotte so cute? I'm so sorry, guys. So it's interesting because I have my phone live streaming on the left side. See, this is the reason why I wish YouTube live stream would figure it out in terms of the orientation. But if it was actually streaming horizontally, you'd be able to see Catriona just drinking water from the water pitcher that I have in this location. So Yeah, Leap, the fluffy ones are called silkies. They're super cute. And, I just want to take it slow because whenever I get involved with something, whether it's plants or, for instance, chickens, like I go all the way and try to just get everything set up. I could have easily gotten like 6 chickens already within a week, but I just want to make sure that I'm doing the right thing, that I have enough time invested for Catriona and Charlotte. Yeah, but you can see that they are friends, and I always want to make sure that they feel comfortable. It is really satisfying to actually watch the chickens, and it brings me a lot of joy actually that I was deciding to just go ahead and live stream and show you the chickens, because I know some of you guys don't have Instagram, so you won't even really be able to see pictures of them. But these are my baby chickens again that are 8 days old, and you can see how much growth they've had already. Also, I wanted to mention for the super plant foldies. So I recently got a bird feeder, guys. I got a bird feeder that has a Wi-Fi camera. So whenever birds go to that bird feeder, it actually records like a 20-second thing. And there have been some interesting birds. So I'm actually gonna make, like a 10-minute, 15-minute compilation that I'm gonna upload of the different types of birds that actually appear. You'll see a glimpse of my backyard, for instance. And then for now, it's going to be for the super plant foldies. But again, some of the membership video onlys, I may end up like making them public within like 2 or 3 weeks after they upload for the membership tier. And again, for anybody that is a super membership tier, I'm really thankful that you guys have actually joined. If anything, it makes my YouTube content be a little bit more sustainable, because like I've stated in my live premiere today, full transparency, I obviously love making content, but I've utilized my YouTube channel to be a little bit more passive income, because things are a little bit more expensive. And when you have a hobby that involves like plants, now I have chickens, the cost can be a little bit much. But I'm really thankful, number one, because we do have a very engaged community of plant foldies, and then just the membership tier just gives me a little bit more of a cushion in terms of just that passive income. So again, I know it sounds silly and some people might think, yeah, it's YouTube, but I do really appreciate that, because I have a very demanding job that pays pretty well, but I just don't want to catch myself, say, trying to get a second job, because then I won't really have time for myself. And so I just consider YouTube as kind of my second job, if that makes any sense. So, Danny, to answer your question, I will actually let them free range in my yard when obviously they're a lot larger. Because my yard is enclosed, my backyard is enclosed. But if I'm gonna let them free range, I'm gonna have to definitely be out in the patio, because again, we do have airborne predators, and I would hate for them to, have something happen to my babies. Yeah, David, they're super cool feeders. So I've seen cardinals, I've seen blue jays head over. There's actually a little red finch type bird that has made a little bird nest in one of my ginkgo trees. There's just a lot of wildlife that happens in my backyard, and I just can't wait to see Catriona and Charlotte grow. I think it's a unique concept, I suppose, to kind of share my little chickens and have them be part of the journey, the plant foldies. So we'll see how it all, what all happens with it. But I'm just really excited to share with you guys the little babies today. You see how they're super curious too, especially Charlotte. Like, she's all up in there. And like I said again, you can see that Charlotte is, she's drinking, or she was. I know, right, Lee? Look at that. So you can see that there's little tiny feathers. And I'm telling you, last Tuesday, they did not have a single feather. They were just a fur ball. But you see, if you notice, plant foldies, a lot of the time they kind of spend together. They're either just eating, kicking stuff around, and just living the best life. You know, I watch Catriona and Charlotte, and I just think to myself, if life could just be so simple to where we would just eat, drink, play, and sleep, it would just be awesome. And you know, sometimes I envy like animals as well, where it could just be that simple. I don't know if you guys can actually relate with me when I talk about just like the nuances of our day-to-day lives, like the struggles we go through, whether it's, you know, being stressed about work or feeling too busy or X, Y, and Z. I just look at these birds, for instance, these little babies, and they just remind me that sometimes simplifying your day-to-day activities is really all you need to find, you know, to ground yourself and also have a very satisfying life. And you can just see right there, oh my gosh, they're. So I'm trying to figure out the pecking order. Is it Charlotte, or do you think Catriona is the more dominant one? Please feel free to leave that in the comment section. If you end up watching this live stream as hashtag team replay, I would love your insights. And plant foldies, is this something you guys would be interested in, is just kind of having me live stream little chickens and just having you guys jump in and out of the chat, especially when I can't produce a live premiere? Can you please leave that in the comments section, or just let me know if this is something that is, you know, of interest, or is it something that, you know, you may not be. I mean, I'm totally fine with whatever feedback. I do think it's a little cool concept, and it's open. I mean, it's free content right there for you guys to just take a look at, and then you can do that. We took a dog pen and put chicken wire over to create an enclosed run. You know what? That is such a good idea as well, Danny. I was thinking of doing that, just getting chicken wire and doing an enclosed run. Yeah, Leap, you know, I'm going to tell you, Leap, I felt so bad because I know you're like, I can't become a Super Plant Foldy or YouTube membership tier at the moment, but I just felt really terrible that there are certain Plant Foldies that literally go on the live premieres, and I didn't want to take that away from you guys as well. It's just that the YouTube membership tier honestly was created because I wanted to put out more content that was more personalized for me and personalized about some of my interests. But again, when you're utilizing YouTube as more of a passive income type based content, when you start posting things that are outside of your niche, say big box or plant shopping videos, say I just do a video blog of my grandmother, for instance, or some of my food interests, or some of my personal blogs, the algorithm for some reason doesn't like that, and then kind of punishes it to where any future videos you post may not necessarily get pushed. I've kind of noticed that with my doc block on Ethereum video. I wasn't sure why it didn't really get pushed to a lot of plant foldies, and some of my other videos I posted today. I will say this last live premiere video that we did tonight ended up getting pushed out to more plant foldies, so that made me super happy. Does having a live stream affect the algorithm for you, Richie? You know, I would say no, and the only reason why I would say no, David, is because live streams, YouTube likes engagement. So I'm just giving you guys a couple of insights for somebody who creates content. So if you ever want to create content for YouTube, you know, this might be some helpful tips. But one thing that YouTube won't punish you on is doing live streams. It's because it is a more direct way to engage with your viewers and subscribers. And even if it's, say, out of your niche, it's one way to attract people to have real, genuine engagement, if that makes any sense. Oh yeah, Leap, no worries. I totally get it. I mean, in my heart too, Leap, you are always going to be a super plant foldie. If for some reason you're able to join, that would be amazing. If not, just know that some of the content that I share for the super plant foldies will also be shared on the main channel. It's just that some of my more personal blogs, it's just going to be a little bit more challenging for me to actually put that. And I will tell you too, David, again, like I said, what a generous super sticker you gave earlier this evening. I really appreciate it. You know, any type of super sticker that's dropped on a content creator's channel also helps the algorithm push it because there is interest in the video. You know, part of me just wishes that the algorithm wouldn't really focus on, say, a specific niche, but more so focus on the specific engagement that people create outside of, say, super stickers or likes. Like, just even the viewership should be enough to where it should just push the content out a little bit more consistently. But yeah. Yeah, we love David. I mean, honestly, I love all of you guys. For all the 12 plant foldies that are just wanting to hang out for a minute, I'm going to end up shutting the live stream in the next maybe 5 minutes. So that way I can set up the chickens, my little babies, to get them some sleep. I'm going to probably put the heat lamp like Danny was mentioning, and then turning off the main light. The actual light that's on them right now is actually a grow light. So here's another tidbit. I utilize my garage to grow a lot of my plants to overwinterize them, because when I say that I have so many plants, plant foldies, I really do. And to the point where I am really trying to downsize plants. I think I'm probably going to end up downsizing to the point where I will only have mostly Aglaonema, which is basically most of my plant collection, but also like pothos plants. And you can see that they have escaped the frame, but let me go ahead and try to move so you can see that they're still here. Like, I am gonna figure this out, plant foldies, where I can actually stream horizontally. All right, Danny. Well, you have a good evening. Thank you again for tuning in. And Plant Foldies, if you have any last minute questions, please drop that in the chat, because I'm also going to go ahead and let the little baby sleep. Again, Plant Foldies, please make sure you are pressing the thumbs up or like button for this video. Leave some comments. And if you'd like to share this live stream on your socials or with anybody that might be interested in seeing some baby chicks, I'd love that as well. I know, right? Like Charlotte, I'm telling you, Charlotte is the thing. I'm actually curious, and I hate to put this out, but Plant Foldies, if you can at least leave a comment, are you team Charlotte? Are you team Catriona? Or are you team both Catriona and Charlotte? Leave that in the comment section as well, okay? All right, Plant Foldies. It's been super fun to live stream for an hour, like I mentioned. So we'll have another live stream, maybe even on Friday, or maybe even tomorrow, where I'm just gonna literally just let them just do their thing. I might actually have a live stream in the morning, because I don't have to go into work until later the afternoon. So again, Plant Foldies, thank you for tuning in. Feel free to leave any questions, comments. Let me know if you're team Charlotte or team Catriona. But as you can see, Plant Foldies, you have now been exposed to my beautiful baby chickens. They have taken up a lot of my time, but it's good time. And hopefully they will grow up to be some beautiful beauty queens, and you will see their growth, and I will keep you guys updated. So good night, Plant Foldies. Thank you again, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.